The events in question form part of the Great Arab Revolt from 1916 to 1918. On one side is the Ottoman Turkish Empire, which is now allied with Germany. On the other side are the local people, the Arab tribes, who have suffered imperial rule for nearly 400 years. Supporting them are the British. British strategy, like that of the Western Front, would call for a head-on attack.
The problem was they are composed mainly of tribal irregulars who are lightly equipped, so their firepower is only a fraction of the firepower of the Ottoman army. So if the Arabs were going to fight and win this war, they were going to have to do it in a very different way from a conventional army fighting the kind of trench warfare that was going on elsewhere.
Facing this crisis, many believe Lawrence starts to devise a new strategy.
He brought an outsider's mind to the issues and the problems. He didn't really follow the normal path to being an officer in the British Army. He was drafted into the intelligence service because of his knowledge of Arabic and Arab traditions. Before Lawrence joined the British Army, he was an archaeologist. He lived with the Arabs. He spoke their language. He understood.
Unencumbered by military training, with a sharp insight into the Arab culture, Lawrence is able to see alternatives to conventional warfare. In his book, Lawrence describes turning the Arabs' military weakness into a strength. The idea is to use independent, almost invisible guerrilla bands traveling light and swiftly.
He's using the Arab mobility, he's really using the Arabs in the way that for centuries they had used themselves. That these are raiding parties, and then only instead of fighting each other, they're fighting the Turks or attacking Turkish objectives.
Experts in desert survival, their attacks against their imperial rulers, the Ottoman Turks, could happen anywhere, even in remote desert.
He suddenly realizes that let's not have frontal battles with the Turks. Let's just attack their lines of communication.
The theory is to use the Arab mobility in the desert to mount attacks on the railway all across Arabia, forcing the Turks to defend their essential supply line, paralyzing them.
He understood, increasingly through time, the ideas in the Arab mind of raiding, and he adapted that to modern industrial warfare. He came up with something completely new. Modern guerrilla warfare has become the way of war in the 20th and 21st century, and this is where it began.